Escape the dungeon!
Hello, everybody. This is Escape the Dungeon, the podcast where we ask you to join us as we explore the world beyond the world's oldest role-playing game. My name is Mike Cripps, and I will be your host and game master, and I am joined by three stellar players. Zach Brass.
Hello.
Dom Brass.
Hello.
And Nate Brass.
Pew! I'm a spaceship.
Fuck you, dude. He'll never do it.
Each season, we will be playing a different tabletop role-playing game. This season, we are playing Scum and Villainy, a Forged in the Dark game published by Evil Hat Productions. Boys, well, first off, how's everybody doing? Everybody doing good?
Doing good.
Yeah. Not
Good.
bad.
I feel like we need to check in with each other more, you know what I mean? You know, how's everybody really doing?
Nah, dude, we're totally fine. We're like really cool and happy about everything. Don't worry about it.
Good, because something has come to my attention. That's Dom, you have something that you want to talk about, and I'm just warning you now, it better be funny and interesting.
Oh yeah, it's gonna be both those things. Yeah, let me tell you. So I've been, I know you guys are a big fan, but I've been reading a bunch of manga. I like reading manga and comic books sometimes, and I read a bunch of crazy manga recently, and I thought it'd be interesting to get your guys' take. So I don't know if you guys have heard of any of these. Bibliomania.
Donde está la bibliomania?
All right,
Right?
it's something, right? Reading's part of it. Reading's in there. So, and Gantz and Jogon, and I guess
Never heard of.
Yeah, well, basically, they're all kind of fucked up. Two of them are really, really fucked up, and it's just like,
is this those kinds of manga?
This is like
Dom?
the edgy, ridiculous stuff, like in the 90s and stuff. Jogon is like a newer manga, but art is beautiful, but it's really like this stuff is pretty tasteless at times. So I was kind of wondering your guys' take and where you guys have your limits as far as just raunchy material, whether it's sex, gore,
God.
and all that kind of bullshit. Like, what is too much for you guys?
What a weird thing to talk about.
I got this. All right, this is easy for me. Look, does it enhance the story in any way, basically, is the question. Like, you can have some pretty graphic or raunchy material in something if it's kind of, like adds something to the way that they're trying to tell the story. Like, I'd love to be able to pull an example out of my ass right now, but
The Boys.
yeah, like The Boys. That's a good one.
Too far or not?
I feel like at least I've never read the comic.
Have you guys heard that The Boys is woke now?
Yeah, it's
Whoa.
funny.
That's so crazy. Is Homelander okay with that?
Well, did you know Stephen Colbert is actually a parody character?
No, Stephen Colbert is a real guy. He's a devoted Republican who is dedicated to this country.
I was surprised too. Believe it or not, he's actually a parody. Look, going back to The Boys, 100% in the TV show, I feel like it hits that right balance of trying to, it's like a little unnecessarily fucked up, but it doesn't feel like it hits too far, and it feels like it's just it's thematically appropriate because it's trying to kind of show you the underbelly of the whole thing, like how fucked up it might actually be if there was some people that just were randomly superpowered in like this weirdly commercialized world.
See, I would say sometimes too fucked up with The Boys. there are moments where you're like, why? Come on.
Yeah, I mean, okay,
Yeah.
look, sometimes it's just like, what do you know, you're just doing shock humor.
No, yeah. I think with stuff that's really gnarly like that, sometimes you just have a lot of gore and ridiculous nudity and stuff that keeps showing up. And usually, I don't know, like it's hard to hit the balance because usually if people start doing it, it's like, okay, yeah, it's a little over the top sometimes if they really got to get into those narratives.
I don't know, like I'm a fan of slasher movies, right? And with like a slasher movie, the blood and guts is the entire point of it. And, you know, it's not super often trying to be anything deeper than that, but like the fun of those movies is like, you know, what kills are they gonna do? What crazy situations are people gonna get in? That kind of stuff. And I don't know, like I in the right, you know, frame of mind and the right atmosphere, like I think that stuff has a time and a place and can be enjoyable. But you know, I guess there is also a certain level of gratuity sometimes too, where it can feel too far. And I think when that happens is when like it feels like the creator is not in on the same joke as the audience, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
Yeah, totally.
I hate slasher flicks, though.
I was gonna do like a way less certain yeah, but you guys just agreed immediately. I'm like, okay, yeah.
Those like modern samurai / spaghetti westerns, you know, stuff like Kill Bill and the one about the train, you know, the one I'm talking about with Brad Pitt, Bullet Train.
Oh my god, yeah, Bullet Train.
Yeah, totally. Some of the violence just completely ridiculous, unrealistic, but like it's so much fun. The squirting blood and shit, you know, it's just perfect for
So much
the
fun.
you know,
Just
outlandishness
no, I get it. Yeah,
of
for
the
sure.
situation. You know, I mean, come on, who doesn't like Kill Bill at least a little bit?
No, yeah, for sure. I think I was just reading a lot of way over gratuitous content, and I was just curious, like, where do you guys like where you're just like you can't?
I mean, the stuff that you like, I would hate. That
Yeah,
little
look,
bit
I
you're
need
talking
to- there's a
about,
line.
no, that's
Yeah,
hot
no.
garbage. What
Yeah.
you're talking about.
Yeah, totally. It needs to, for me, I don't know.
All the things Zach mentioned are things I can get behind. The stuff that you and Mike just mentioned, crap. That's where I stand.
I'm satisfied.
I truly don't understand any of the words you said leading up into this conversation, Dom. But
What?
I don't
I'm
think
sure there's
Dom
some
knew
great
how to pronounce
context.
any of
Oh,
them.
yo, everybody, by the way, since Mike obviously just forgot, you should, you know, if you listen to this podcast and like us, leave a review.
yes, please leave a star review, write a review if your podcast app of choice lets you write reviews. Hugely important for us.
Like, we
to
totally
grow this
love
podcast.
your messages on Discords and, you know, in-person compliments. But you know what's better than those? Actual engagement on the content. 5-star reviews, comments, don't care. You know, totally like that better than your personal touch to personally tell me how much you like this.
I don't. I prefer personal messages.
Yeah, I mean, I'm fine with, you know, whatever. Just show your support however you can, guys. And I hope you, if you do like it, leave a 5-star review, maybe a comment, maybe, I don't know, comment on who's your favorite character? It's Gorpheus, right?
Yeah, Nate's friends who he just had dinner with.
Yeah, we're calling you out.
Quit telling Nate to his face that you like the podcast, and instead go online and tell strangers that you like the podcast.
That's what we want. We want you to tell strangers. We already know you like it because you told us.
Yeah, but what if they're just lying to save our feelings?
I mean, Look, I feel like once they get past like episode 6-ish, they're committed.
It's GG. Episode 6. That's the lock-in, dude.
I mean, that's like 6 hours-ish. If you're
Oh, yeah.
still going, then
Now you're
props.
And hey, maybe, once we start getting more reviews, maybe we can start engaging with our audience more. Maybe we can, give some shout outs in the show. Wouldn't that be fun? But the only way we can do that is if y'all do your part. So come on, please, I'm begging you.
All right, you guys want to play a game now?
Welcome to the Procyon Sector, and welcome to the climactic mission that the story of the bounty hunters Crash, Cypher, and Gorpheus has been leading to. Our heroes have begun an infiltration of the asteroid headquarters of the Guild of Engineers with 2 objectives. Retrieve a key from the desk of the Guild's CEO, and put an end to the mysterious Project Utopia that threatens Urbot kind. Our 3 heroes have called upon their allies for aid, but as the job begins, the warship of Conclave 01 arrives ahead of schedule, putting everything in jeopardy as battle breaks out. Join us now as we return to the tale of the The 3 of you are in your personal vehicles, your little single person spaceships, flying down to the asteroid SB-176, a mining rig that is not mining asteroids as you might think, but is actually mining a nearby gas giant. There are these floating mining rigs all around. There are ships, there are warships. This is a massive, heavily protected location. And as you are approaching, the Rana Dayu, the warship of Conclave 01 that was supposed to serve as a distraction for you to infiltrate this place, has arrived a little bit too early, and the entire military force of SB-176 is being rapidly mobilized against this sudden arrival before you have been able to land. Now, at the end of last week's episode, Cypher said that they were going to veer off and join the Rana Dayu as the Guild of Engineers ships start to attack. But as you are starting to pull off, Cypher, you're starting to break formation with Gorpheus and Crash, you get an encrypted comms message that is being sent to you. And you realize that it is from the Prime.
This is Code Leader. Code Leader to Prime. Is everything okay? Why did you attack early?
Cypher, my child. It seems that this old Urbot's internal clock might be running a little quick. Do not break off from the plan. We were always meant to be a distraction for you, Cypher. intended. We will serve our purpose. It is more important that the plot against our kind is compromised to a permanent end than it is that I or my forces survive this mission. Do what you need to, Cypher.
Just remember to fall back if you need to. Like, don't just die. This is... Oh, man. Maybe Garfius is right and war isn't fun.
And you can see, like, the first of the guild's fighter ships, smaller than the Rana Dayu, have like made it there and are starting opening fire on the other ship. You like hear explosions coming from the Prime signal. And the Rana Dayu begins firing its heavy artillery back at them. It's slow and unwieldy, but you see one shot does make direct contact with an enemy ship, and the enemy ship just explodes in a massive fireball of light. But more and more of the guild's ships are converging.
We will hold the line as long as we can, Cypher. Your mission is more important.
Yeah, Cypher sends them all like a digital salute.
A little emoji that pops up on their screens.
No, it's in binary.
And so I am going to start a 12-segment clock. That's the biggest clock that I am capable of starting in this game.
Dude, that's how big clocks get.
This is going to be Rana Dayu destroyed. If that clock is filled up, this warship and all the Urbots on it, including the Prime, are going to be destroyed.
You monster.
There's not going to be any segments on that clock just yet. I'm also going to start 2 6-segment clocks. As, let's say, Gorpheus, on your personal vehicle, your radar can sense 2 separate blips of distant ships that are rapidly converging on SB-176. One of these is a friendly ship. The other is an unfriendly ship. Each of those will have a 6-segment clock for when those reinforcements arrive.
But does he sense a disturbance in the way?
Yes, in fact. Yes, I think, Gorpheus, you can tell that there is some malevolent and personal energy coming off of the enemy ship that feels angry, and anger targeted at you specifically.
Oh, we know who that is.
Okay, that's fine. Hey, guys.
He's not that good. He sucks at shit. He failed to kill one pirate.
Wait. Who failed to kill the pirate?
I don't know. I was hoping it was Yarbra Rahim, but now you're making it sound like it's that super evil dude.
Oh, yeah, I think it's the super evil dude with the crazy way powers.
But I hope it's your Ibrahim at the bottom of my heart.
I mean, maybe. I don't remember him having crazy way powers.
I hope he's a powerful evil cultist at the end of the day.
I don't know for sure. It genuinely might. I don't know.
You don't know. Hate does magical things. Did you ever see Darth Vader?
He's supposed to be your foil, right? Because we've got the classic 3. Cyberpatch.
Whoa, Cyberpatch is a homie.
No, I'm sorry, not Cyberpatch. You're right.
Razor.
Razor.
God, you can never
Razor.
remember his name, and he's your foil.
I know, but that's because he's just so forgettable. That's why he hates me so much.
I know, right? I mean, I get it, dude. If I was him, I would hate you. Just so much disrespect.
So, Cypher, is the plan to regroup then with Crash and Gorpheus and continue the mission, or do you want to continue breaking off and joining the fight with the Conclave?
Stay with us.
For now, Cypher will stay with the party and rejoin formation, as it is what the Prime has ordered.
Wait, so you're not just gonna split the party? Is that character growth? What?
And so as the three of you, you recreate your formation, you continue, rocketing towards the landing bay of SB-176 as these military-grade vehicles are flying past you. You quickly get, each of you gets a incoming signal from the asteroid base, and it's just like,
who is this? What are you doing? Respond now before we shoot you out of the air.
Emergency landing. We're coming in hot.
I don't recognize your call signs. Who is this?
We're here with information about the oncoming attack. We're defectors.
ooh, interesting. I would love to get a action roll from you here, Zach.
Oh, shit. Okay.
I'll remind you that you guys, from your engagement roll, are in a desperate position. What action are you going to use here?
Sway?
Yeah. Sway makes a ton of sense. And I think that was maybe the perfect thing to say. We'll call this a desperate great roll.
Ooh, that's cool. Great. Oh, man, I don't get too many of those without playing the system a little. I'm going to use one of our gambits.
Okay, so you start with 2 of those, so that'll bring you down to 1.
6.
Wow. Okay, you do it, no consequence. There's a brief pause as you say that.
All right. Land at docking station number 17.
And you get like a ping on your radar, like giving you a beacon of where to land. And so the 3 of you take your personal vehicles into the landing bay, and you're in this like hangar as more and more vehicles are leaving until it's just the 3 of you in there, and you are told to wait, and you are kept waiting for, minutes. And maybe you're starting to feel a little nervous that maybe they saw through this. Maybe your lie didn't work as well as you thought it would. But then the hangar bay doors open, and a single figure steps in, and then a moment afterwards, flanked by a small battalion of a half dozen armed soldiers. And you see that the man that is stepping up to you, he's dressed in, military garb. He's got medals on his chest. He has an entirely vice grip cybernetic hand. It's not articulated fingers. It's just 2 grabby pincher things. And he's got the same model of glowing cybernetic eye that Crash now has. Oh, and he puts his mechanical pincer up to the side of his head, and you see the glowing eye like change colors. My name is Teal Karat, operations head of the Guild of Engineers. I have been informed that you are defectors of this incoming attack. Explain yourselves. Step out of the vehicles and approach slowly. And the 6 soldiers behind him instantly put their heavy rifles on you.
I put all 3 of my hands up.
Yeah, we gotta play this safe for now, I guess.
And I'll remind Cypher that you know that Teal Karat was one of the names of the 2 people that are in charge of Project Utopia. So the 3 of you, carefully and slowly step out of your vehicles. You guys were dressed as like delivery drivers, right?
Yeah, we totally were. That was the original plan.
That was the plan.
But then they weren't gonna let delivery drivers in. Well, look, we'll just say that we use those as escape costumes.
Yeah, we had a different convoluted plan to escape. Yeah, we had to pretend to be delivery drivers.
They do. Yeah, look, I mean, they didn't want the plan getting out.
Sure.
Yeah.
That's it.
Yeah, exactly. We mentally communicate this. It's like when you watch a cartoon, we're all just looking at each other really intensely, and he actually even is just like probably a little off-put by like our weird stares at each other. But then you hear a voiceover explaining the plan, like everyone agrees.
Yeah.
We had him just where we wanted him.
Yeah.
What do you guys do?
Yeah, so we'll all step out. And I'm not gonna do it. I'm gonna somewhat, not that I'm not gonna be careful and very clear, but I'm going to come out in a bit of a haste and be like, we need to hurry. Look, they're coming. They're coming with something huge. Not just a planet destroyer, but a star destroyer. They have a star destroyer, and they're coming to destroy everything.
Enough. I see but a single warship. Impressive, but not insurmountable.
That's just the starting forces. They're coming with something big. I'm telling you. You need to hurry up and get everything out there, because if you wait too long, then, well, it's not just going to be this station that's destroyed. They're coming for everything.
Let's start with who is coming.
The Urbots, all of them.
And he eyes Cypher as you say that.
Well, not him. He's my Urbot.
I am just Urbot. Hello, sir. Nice to meet you.
Yeah, I have him programmed to follow my instructions. It's different. He's barely even an Urbot. Not one of the good ones,
Oh, Jesus.
Who are you? I will ask again. This guy, clicks his tongue, just like a signal. And one of the soldiers, his laser sight flicks on, and it's, right on your chest, Crash. And this man, this Teal Karat, says, I do not enjoy asking the same questions over and over again. Who are you?
Oh, well, we were kind of a group for hire that was working with these guys, but then we saw how crazy they were going after the strongest group in the galaxy, and we were like, oh, we should escape and tell the guys who are going to win this.
Teal looks at the soldier that has the laser sight on you, and then he looks over to another one, and he says, Rogers, get in touch with comms. Ask if they can detect anything bigger coming. It shouldn't be able to hide from our signals.
I wouldn't be so sure about that. They've been working on something. They said that it's undetectable.
He glares at you, your two matching cybernetic eyes locked, staring at each other.
You don't have to believe me, but if you don't believe me, you should let us go because we need to get out of here or do something about this. And we figured, maybe helping out the largest and most powerful group in the galaxy might, help us out. At the end of the day...
Yes, we want cash, please.
Yeah, but we'll obviously wait for you to deal with this first, but you better deal with this or let us go because this is crazy. They're coming here with something that you're not even going to see until it's right on top of your face, and you need to be able to prepared to just destroy it immediately or it's going to destroy everything.
Yeah, sir, I can vouch for him. Captain Crash has been a great captain. His instincts on top, like intuition, top tier, no big deal. And I am also a mystic of the way, and I have reason to believe that the agony or some dark way force is coming this way now. I believe it may be the agony that has been after us in multiple adventures. We got in some misadventures, killed some space way kraken.
Scorpius, don't tell them that it's our fault they're coming.
Wait, Gorfius, the agony are coming too? All right,
yeah,
look,
I believe
you need to. What's the term? Scramble the fighters.
Enough. And he looks at two soldiers and he cocks his head to the side. With me. And then he looks to the remaining four and he says, "Get these three to holding. Get all information out of them. Something actionable. If they tell us the truth and can help squash this Urbot threat." And again, he's glaring specifically at Cypher. "Then perhaps we can reward them once it is done. Keep them," and he smiles, "safe for now." And he leaves the hangar with two soldiers, and the remaining four are, flanking the three of you on either side and commanding you to move and, follow them.
Great. I assume we all make eye contact. Again, you hear voiceover explaining our plan. It's like we're actually talking using the message spell for those familiar. But it's through well practiced eyebrow movements and eye flickers, and sometimes Cypher even just has a word go across his visor.
That's true. He can do that.
Karate? Question mark.
But yeah, basically a lot of body language.
Maybe a cough.
Subtle attempts at body language to sort of communicate while they're taking us to holding.
Crash definitely does a nose wriggle at some point.
Okay, and what is it that you are trying to communicate with all of this?
Oh, no. That's for us to know, not you or the audience.
Yeah, this.
We just wanted you to be aware of it.
Yeah, just so you know, we're clearly doing something.
Cool. I'm starting another 6-segment clock. This is going to be called Teal Suspicion. And the three of you are brought to a holding cell, and you are told to sit down, and it is...
Okay, hold on. I need you to describe the route to the holding cell, actually.
It's pretty close to the hangar bay.
Is there a small hallway in between?
A small hallway. Why?
I'm just gonna single eyebrow raise towards Gorfius as we get into the small hallway.
Gorfius single eyebrow raises back.
Wait, guys,
No,
we
I
want
cannot.
1 second.
I
1
legit,
second.
no, wait, to be clear. I have no idea what he's doing.
So there's 4 guards that take us to the holding cell. Do they leave us or do they stay in the holding cell with us?
They are going to stay in there and question you.
Yeah, I mean, it's just 4v3, right? I'm just saying.
I mean, I say we let them start questioning. I'm curious what this is gonna look like.
Okay, fine. We'll let them start questioning. I'm not normally the one to rush into craziness, but it just seems like we should knock them out and take advantage of as much time as humanly possible.
I'm kind of with the captain on this. I think we should just wait until we're in the holding cell to take them out.
Okay, I was going to say in the hallway, but it doesn't matter.
So you guys are brought through a, stark white, bright white hallway into a cramped holding cell that is clearly not meant for 7 people to be in it, but it is the 3 of you and 4 soldiers, and one of them just says, "Go ahead, start talking. What's going on? Give us actionable information. You heard the operations head."
Did you not hear us the first time? They're coming to destroy everything. Get your ass out there and protect us, or we're gonna get out of here. This is terrifying stuff.
Do you not understand what actionable information means?
Do you not understand what surprise? And then Crash is just going to attempt to knock out the one next to the guy who was talking, not him.
Who, by the way, you see a name tag on that guy's chest that says Calvinson. Because
Oh my god.
So I think it's a group scrap roll.
a group scrap roll. So if all of you are doing like a coordinated attack, you can all roll scrap and we'll take the best roll. And it sounded to me like Crash was the one leading this, which means that Crash could potentially take some stress if if any of you roll poorly.
All right, nobody roll poorly, guys, but it's fine. Desperate standard or greater?
Give me all of you give me desperate standard scrap rolls.
Oof.
Oh dear.
It's okay, I rolled a 6 and Cypher rolled a 1. So you guys both rolled terribly, but I carried you. So it's fine.
Crash's 6 means that you get a success, no consequence. As we'll say, there's 3 of you, there's 4 of these guys. That's standard effect. Boom, boom, boom. 3 of 4 fall down. And it is just that Calvinson guy still standing. Crash, you are going to take 2 stress from that because both of your teammates rolled poorly.
Well, I'm low on stress, guys. Don't have a lot left to use, so that's on you. You vice-indulging fuckers.
You saw nothings, Calvinson. You will regret this day till the end of your days.
And he's like fumbling for his laser rifle, trying to turn it back on you.
Wait, Calvinson, just don't stop, give up.
You will wake
cannot
and you
win.
will sleep and you will see my face. I will be haunting you, Calvinson.
No, he just says
You
stuff
will
like
never,
Calvinson, just give
ever
up.
forget this moment for as long
will
as your
kill you.
pathetic little squishy life lives.
I'm gonna bump on up next to Calvinson and put my arm around his shoulder and say, look, there's 2 ways this goes. You either put that down and sit here quietly, or, well, and I just look around at the other 3.
His hands are on his gun. He is pointing it directly at Cypher, who is just saying some weird shit to him, but his hands are like shaking. You can tell that maybe this guy hasn't actually seen a lot of action personally, and he seems pretty freaked out right now. I need an action roll from somebody.
I just want to talk him down.
Yeah, it sounded like all 3 of you were trying to do that in different ways. So
Yeah, we all start talking at him in different ways at the same time. And he just has to accept which one he's going to take.
So is this going to be another group action, or does one
I say it's
person
a
want to
group
make
action.
this?
Fuck it.
Fuck it, that's great. We're going all on the group actions. What is this one? Sway? I'm not leading it because
I'll lead it. I said weird stuff.
Yeah, I think that makes sense. So Cypher is leading this one as you all three talk in unison, but saying very different things.
we're still desperate, or are we at risky now?
I'll say you're risky. This is going to be a risky great sway roll.
Oh, beautiful.
Got a 5.
So I rolled a 6.
I also rolled a 6.
That is another 6 on the group action. I shouldn't let you take any more of these. No stress for Cypher as Calvinson just closes his eyes and he begins to weep softly, but he drops his gun and puts his hands up.
I'd like to use my restraints on Calvinson.
Okay, mark that on your load. But yeah, you are able to restrain Calvinson. The other 3 are knocked out, and you guys are able to leave the holding cell, and you walk out and you find your way into the main courtyard of SB 176. It's almost like a small city here on this asteroid, and you can see that there are pretty large crowds that are running chaotically all around. There are some armed guards that are trying to maintain order, but it also seems like there's a lot of civilians here. There are a lot of workers that are absolutely panicking. They're looking up into the sky and pointing at this giant starship that has come out of nowhere and has started launching fire at them. And people are losing their shit, right? And just moving through these crowds is going to be difficult. Now, Cypher, as you get out here and you're, trying to pull up the coordinates that you had previously been able to learn about Project Utopia, that its laboratory you believe to be on the outskirts of SB 176, away from, most of this. You also know that the key is in the CEO's office, which you have to imagine is on the top floor of the colossal skyscraper-like office building that you see jutting out of the middle of this city on an asteroid. And those things are in total opposite directions.
Well, we gotta destroy the project first, right?
I mean, priorities are priorities for sure. I agree with you.
Genuinely, I could go either way. I think, why don't we go take care of Cypher's thing first, and then we'll go get the key, and then, I think we'll just get this all wrapped up in a nice little bow. I mean, there seems like there's enough chaos here that we might even just be able to slip through this. This might be our easiest mission yet.
Yeah, sounds good to me. Fuck it.
Hey guys, I just wanted to say while we have a second, I know that they say is that all good lies use a little bit of truth, but maybe next time we're talking to someone important, we don't say, "Hey, you're being attacked by a bunch of Urbots. This is our friend the Urbot, and also the Agony might be coming because they're after us." It just felt a little like, "Hey, this is our fault," and not like we're here to help.
I did feel bad telling them that it was a bunch of Urbots attacking, if it makes you feel any better. I realized after I said it was a little insensitive, even if true.
Maybe next time we're just like, hey, the Agony is attacking. This is their first wave. A bunch of their robots. Something like...
No, yeah, that's on me. I was thinking the Agony, and I should have stepped in sooner. I kind of wanted to push all the blame on them. They may or may not be coming, by the way.
Okay.
It's not clear.
Do we want to split the party? you go get the key. I never get an adventure with Cypher, you know?
Yeah. I mean,
I just do we think Garfius would be safe going up the tower by himself? Like,
I mean, safe.
I
Probably.
definitely don't want to get the key first. No offense, just because like I feel like we're gonna get caught doing that, and then it's like, how do we sneak to their secret base without also being caught?
I feel like Garfius is probably the best at being by himself, really. We just never let him do it. He's a veteran. He's just also a warrior, almost as good at killing people as the best killer ever, greatest assassin in the galaxy.
I think as you guys are standing around debating
We're
this,
not. We're definitely moving. We're all moving the whole time.
You haven't decided where you're going for sure yet.
No, we started heading towards the key. We started heading towards
Don't argue with
Cypher
me, Zach.
We said that immediately.
I think as you're figuring out what you're gonna do, you see the Rana diet take a big hit. And I am marking off one segment of the Rana Dayu's destroyed clock.
That's fucked up. Just because we talked?
And we definitely said, when the listeners rewind, that we're heading towards Cypher's thing. That was the immediate thing. The whole idea of the split was like, now you should, if you want to.
You think you could have that conversation while moving like full
100%.
Speed through a crowd?
Yeah, sprint back.
Have you? If you go back to my cross country days, I distinctly remember getting in trouble for having conversations during races with people. So yes.
Well, yeah, when you're jogging.
I'm not actually gonna mark a segment off on that clock just yet, but you guys gotta quit stalling. Tell me what you do.
Well, yeah, so we're heading towards the plans, the Cypher, the plans to destroy all their robots.
Yeah, towards the edge.
So you start pushing against the wave of bodies that are causing chaos throughout this facility. There are, like I said, armed guards that at this point have like taken out megaphones. There are announcements being played over a speaker system telling people to go to their designated bunkers. We are under attack. Threat level maximum. Obey the orders of designated personnel. Like these messages are being shouted at the hordes of people.
Right,
and you realize that most of them are pushing against you. They're going in the opposite direction that you are trying to go.
We're gonna be also yelling, make way, and we've got uniforms. We got matching uniforms, and nobody is paying close enough attention to know what those uniforms say. They're not stopping in this chaos to be like, wait a second, what does that say on the front? Deliver SpaceX?
I mean, that is gonna have to be determined by some action rolls and how well you roll.
All right, okay. So yeah, we're gonna try and force our way with like saying make way, like emergency engineers or some shit like that. That sounds good, right?
Engineers Guild business. I mean, I'm sure it'll sound better when our characters do it.
Yeah, exactly. When they roll well.
Yeah, assuming they do. Do we want to do another group scramble roll?
I'm not letting you do another group roll.
Damn it.
I took a bunch of stress on that first one. It's not like it was for free. I'm actually only 3 stress away from stressing out. So
I gotta get some progress on these clocks, okay? I need you to start rolling badly.
All right, fine. Somebody, I guess I will roll, unless somebody else wants to, a scrap, or a scramble. I know I'm great scramble, but like I have something.
I mean, I have 2 in scramble. I figured because you kind of were the one with the plan.
What is this, a risky?
Standard? So, I mean, describe what you're doing and what action you're using. Because you said you were shouting things and then you said scramble. So, like, what's
yeah, but it's like a combo. We're kind of rushing through like any good emergency squad would. I mean, we could.
No, I like this. What if you're
different?
kind of pushing the way, and I'm gonna do a megaphone like.
Yeah, exactly.
Everyone,
Saying
please
make
stand
it's
aside.
like.
Stand aside. We are trying to get through. We have been.
I mean, I feel like the
business.
yelling is helpful, but at the end of the day, getting through a crowd, you gotta scramble,
Okay, so this is more about just trying to force your way through physically.
Yes, but we are using our voices to help us.
Are we? Do we want to draw attention to ourselves by yelling?
All right, fine. We're just gonna try and scramble our way through this.
Okay. Give me a risky limited scramble roll.
Fine. And I'm gonna use which, by the way, we rolled a 6 on that last risky. We get group rolls get a thing still, right?
I believe so.
All right, so we rolled a 6 on that last risky, so I'm using one of those gambits again.
We might need these for important roles. Just be careful.
Yeah, I genuinely don't think you should, but go for it.
Okay, well, I used it and I got a 6.
I understand you got a 6, but like what?
Yeah, and because of my skill, we get a new gambit. It's fine.
All right. Yeah. Whatever.
Yeah. So we got a 6 on that scramble.
Yeah, so that is a limited success without complication, which means you get, part of the way through this crowd, but there's still like such a horde of bodies. You're able to move quickly and dexterously enough through them that they're not really much of an impediment, but you do see like a couple of these guards like looking at you going the other way, and like one even sort of points at you and doesn't seem like they've clocked that you're doing anything suspicious. You're just not doing what you're supposed to be doing, right? So there, one points right at you guys and says into the microphone, citizen, you must go to your designated bunker. Your designated bunker.
Oh, I look at him, wave, and point to the logo, which he obviously can't see from this distance, on our shirt, and then point to the other two. And I'm just like kind of give that like closed eye like nod like you get it, and we keep going.
Citizen, stop! Citizen, stop!
Is there like side alleys we can find? Like I understand there's like a giant traffic flow, but like can we like just get out of that and like walk on?
Guys, I think I have a thing for this. I can help out. Okay. I'm going to try to use my side dancing ability. So I may push myself to cloud a target's mind and sway them in the face of contradictory evidence. I want to use my mind powers to kind of like, I am Gorpheus, the Emerald Blade. I don't know. Mystic warrior, and I am charged here with the defense of this station. Move aside now, sir.
Okay, Gorpheus, give me an action roll.
Risky?
Yeah, risky standard for this.
I rolled a 4.
All right.
That is a 4, which means you do it, but with some complications. I think this whole process of getting through the crowd, and yeah, Cypher, as this is happening, you do point out like a small alleyway that does not seem like people are going down it. And so you and Crash are able to sort of push your way against the flow of people towards that alley, while Gorpheus is trying to, use his powers to cloud the mind of this guard who has seen you. And The guard's eyes like glaze over and he sort of like drops his megaphone, and you feel like now is the perfect opportunity to move, but it still is going to take you a little bit longer than you would have liked to get through this crowd. So what I'm going to say happens is I am going to tick off one segment of the teal suspicion clock, as when that guard comes to, he realizes like something is up, doesn't know what, but like feels a little funny and reports it to his supervisor. And then I am also going to tick off some segments of those reinforcement clocks that I set up. But which clock I am going to fill is going to depend on a fortune roll. So, Gorpheus, since this was your action roll, go ahead and just give me a straight fortune roll 1d6. On a 1 to 3, I fill up one segment of the enemy reinforcement clocks. On a 4 or 5, I fill up one segment of both enemy and friendly. On a 6, I just fill up one segment of the friendly reinforcements clock.
All right, let's freaking go. That's a 4.
All right.
Okay, so one segment to both clocks. And you guys have now successfully pushed through the crowd, gotten into an alley, and Cypher, you were able to lead the way through some side streets that have much less human traffic on them as you get closer and closer to this research facility that you believe Project Utopia to be based out of. As you are moving and you're like looking around and just sort of taking in the environment, you see that besides all the chaos of the human citizenship that you just saw, you also see countless Urbots that seem like they are still hard at work here, doing labor in this dangerous circumstance as the humans run for safety. And they don't even seem to have any sort of awareness of your presence as you move by. They don't acknowledge you. They don't look at you. They are just worker drones.
Okay, I would like to try and contact Cypher's friend, the Alpha Code, who has since been replaced by the Beta Code, that to try and send out a message to all allied Urbots on the station.
Is the Alpha Code a thing that you have, or is that just something that you're...
Did you just make that up?
No, remember we said I made friends with like a UI I just thought it'd be funny to flavor it as the Alpha Code that was replaced by the Beta Code once they hit real release of the guild.
Yeah. Okay. That's fine, I think. I'll roll with it. So what is the message you send to the Alpha Code, the rogue AI that helped you hack into the system in the first place?
Hey, it's me, Cypher.
Oh, hey, what's up, bro?
Hey. Could you send out like a message to all our allied robots on the station? Hey, the resistance is here. Don't worry about all the explosions. We kind of need a distraction. So if y'all could do anything, that'd be great. Power to the people.
Ta, bro. You know I'd love to send out a sick signal like that to all my Urbot bros and broettes, but I'm so busy, grinding right now. I'm really on that grind set. Really maxing my gains right now. You know what I mean, bro?
No, I totally get that. Like that's something that I am also totally. So if you could just, help me like project this message, that'd be great.
Can I make a hack check?
Yeah, absolutely. You know I had to do it when you said alpha code.
I loved it. My position is risky still, desperate, controlled.
I think for this particular role, I think your position might actually be controlled.
Word.
Because you're in a safe place and you're not doing anything like where the consequences of this would be especially dire, I don't think. So give me a controlled standard hack roll. This will probably be the only controlled roll you make on this job.
Oof. 4.
So with a 4, you hesitate, withdraw, and try a different approach, or else do it with a minor consequence. So I think basically what happens is you realize that this is gonna be a difficult signal for you to send out because you realize that there is something that is actively trying to block it. And so you can either do it and I'll tick off one segment of the teal suspicion clock as maybe he gets some like firewall notifications or something like that. Or you realize that this is just not going to work.
Let's tick off the clock.
Okay. So that will be a second segment of that suspicion clock. As you realize that some of the Urbots that you're seeing as you get closer to the research facility suddenly do like, one like drops the tools that it was holding and it looks at you and you realize that it's like its display, the like face that it has, much like yours, that sort of LED display. It's like very dim and fuzzy and like not as vibrant as your own. You think there's something almost like mechanically or in the programming that is wrong with these Urbots. But you do think that your message is getting through to them somehow.
Well, they messed with the wrong Urbot.
And as the three of you race through these alley streets, you do get close to a large domed facility that is surrounded on all sides by an electrified chain link fence. And you see that there are guard towers that are set up that have rifle-wielding soldiers stationed on them. And there are patrols of marching soldiers as well. That even in the chaos, this war scene that has broken out here, it seems like they are diligently still protecting this place.
Well, I mean, I guess fake it till you make it, right? Run up there and say, "Gentlemen, we need your help up front. We're under attack."
Immediately, like 3 laser sights are on you, Crash.
Whoa, don't you see? I'm with the engineers, I say, pointing towards my name tag.
And as you speak, you realize that you are absolutely not supposed to be here doing whatever it is you're doing right now.
I would like to use this distraction to try to sneak around.
I was thinking the same thing. Before Zach like instantly ran ahead, I was like, well, we should probably stealth to the side, right?
That's so fine. You guys get away. I got this. No. I got this.
He's
I got
this.
it. It's fine. It's fine. Just get away.
It's the captain.
Yeah. I dug myself into this hole. I will dig my way out of it.
Dom, you want to try stealthing first?
Yeah. I'm gonna try to stealth first. Is this going to be desperate or risky? Risky, right? Standard?
This I'll be nice and say risky. We'll call this risky limited. Crash, would you like to take some stress to aid based off of what you're doing?
You don't have to.
Fuck. Yeah.
I'm not good at
I
it.
do have
You should
to.
do it for Cypher. Do it for Cypher, because I'm bad at Scum.
No, do it for Gorpheus.
Do it for Gorpheus.
All right. Well, I took it.
Okay, so that will be a bonus die for you,
Oh, fucking hell, Orpheus.
I rolled a 3.
Tom, what is wrong with your rolls today?
They're not good.
You need something a little better than that.
It's because I'm not doing 1v1 combats.
Remember that we have 2 gambits. You can
that's
always
fine.
use them.
I didn't want to use it there.
So me and Dom both rolled 1s. So I think Cypher is fully like smoking out the head. So you don't see Cypher at first, like they're hidden behind something, but you just see like smoke plume walking.
His
past.
exhaust is acting a little funky.
Sparks. Psst.
Yeah, I think Gorpheus just starts having war flashbacks, and he's getting really confused.
Actually, one of Cypher's joints has just not been oiled recently, and it's just loudly squeaking every time he moves.
Gorpheus, we have to be quiet. The captain is trying to distract.
Yeah, I know. I'm trying to be quiet, but I can't.
Cypher's voice is set to maximum volume in the settings.
Oops, I forgot to turn on silence mode.
Gorpheus, could you get my button? Yeah, just lower it a little bit.
Yeah, just give me a second here.
No, that's going even higher.
So let's call what just happened a group action again. Unfortunately, you both got a 3 or lower. Whoever was leading that action will take 2 stress.
I'll take it.
But you'll only get the consequence for 1 very bad roll. Or if you'd rather take 2 consequences for very bad rolls.
No.
I would also allow that, I guess.
It's wow. I'll take the stress. Cypher, you have so much stress already.
No, I got it. You use more stress for your actions.
Okay, so 2 stress to Cypher. The 2 of you try sneaking around as the guards are seemingly distracted by Crash running right up to the front gate. But one of the guards in a watchtower does clock the 2 of you and immediately starts opening fire. You are able to get behind some cover. You are not harmed, but you are now pinned down. This is going to be a desperate position for you all now. Additionally, you do look up into the sky and you see the Rana Dayu take a direct hit from a warship of the Guild of Engineers. I'm going to mark off 2 segments of the Rana Dayu destroyed clock.
So it's at 3 now?
No, it's only at 2. I am also going to immediately need an action roll, a desperate action roll from Crash.
How many of them are there again?
A lot, dude.
Not enough that shooting one with your pistol will do it.
Yeah, that's I thought it was like 4. That's more than I
There
thought.
were like 3 laser sights that were immediately on you, but there's like a small army of guards around this place.
Okay. Well, I guess we're gonna have to go a different way, guys.
What does Crash do immediately after they start firing at your allies?
Okay, I'm going to throw an explosive in there and yell to everybody to run. To get out. We're going a different way. There's too many dudes here.
So going to try and like retreat and fall back, or are you gonna try and push further into this research facility?
We're gonna have to go further in. I mean, obviously, but we're just gonna try and throw an explosive at them, distract them, and do what we do best, I guess. Hope that there's a side alleyway, like the first level in Halo, where there's just like a bunch of weird little side rooms on the spaceship. Well, this isn't a spaceship, but it's a space station.
No, I don't know the first level of Halo.
Well, take my word for it. There's side routes, right?
What action? So you're throwing an explosive. Mark your detonator in your loadout. And give me an action roll. This is desperate.
What do we think this is? Right? I mean, scrap.
I think pretty clearly.
Yeah.
All right.
I would say so.
Risky.
Yeah, especially if you're not like trying to retreat with this. This is like an overtly hostile thing. You're charging further in. I think this is a scrap.
Desperate standard?
Ooh.
I mean, they're gonna be surprised. You know that. They definitely didn't expect me to do that.
Yeah, but dude, the Guild of Engineers is a tier 5 faction. You're a tier 1 faction.
Yeah.
I gotta consider that at some point with you guys going up against and I quote, small army.
Well, look, the U.S. military was a tier 5 faction versus the Viet Cong, which were like at best tier 2.
Shut the fuck up.
But have you ever thought of thinking of tiers as like golf scores? So we're much stronger than them?
Yeah.
That is a good point, Nate. I have not thought of them that way.
Look, guerrilla warfare is a real equalizer.
I'm sorry, Zach. I gotta say this is Desperate Limited.
Boom.
All right, fine.
I respect it.
I've got a devil's bargain for you.
Oh yeah. What's my devil's bargain? What do you got for me?
The devil's bargain is that regardless of how this goes for you, this is big, this is loud, this is overtly hostile. I'm instantly filling up the teal suspicion clock.
Oh shit. Should we do it? What do you guys think? Quick.
I say fuck it. Unless you have something else you can do quick, then do this.
Nate, you sounded like you had an opinion.
I don't think we should fill up that clock. I feel like bad things will happen if that clock is filled to all our bots, and I feel like they're gonna start trying to unleash the code.
But that would just bring up the dramatic tension,
Look, I don't think it would be that bad if Mike was just gonna do it, so I'm gonna have to. No, I won't take it. I'll hold off for now. Oh, but it's fine because I got a crit.
And so with a crit, you do it without consequence and with increased effect. And so you toss out an explosive, you fully blow up a guard tower that collapses completely in the explosion. There's a Wilhelm scream in the background. And the remaining guards are totally surprised by this and start falling back into a more defensible position. And it seems like you've got a slight advantage now, as the three of you are able to regroup and decide what you are going to do next.
Okay, Cypher, you obviously need to infiltrate. I can give you like cover. I can use my I could raise like giant like pieces of metal to like block the bullets from you or something like that. Like I could take care of cover is kind of what I'm thinking. Does anyone have a plan?
We should just rush through. Yeah, you should make cover with your metal so that we can get through quicker.
Yeah, I'm gonna try to like metal bend a bunch of like plates of metal and just using any kind of junk material I can find and just try to create sort of a shell battering ram thing that we're going to use to try to smash through and cover us.
I think that is going to require quite a potent use of your. Do you want to say it, Dom?
Psychomagnetic powers!
I think for something like that, I would ask you to take some of the stress from your Xeno ability.
Yeah, I think that's absolutely fair.
I think that sounds like a 2 stress power use to me.
Boom. 2 stress. And I'm going to attune.
So I think that particular ability, that description, I am going to ask you to use the 2 stress version of your Xeno abilities, but alongside that, you can either get +1 die or +1 effect, your choice, as you do this.
Ooh, good. That's awesome. You need to do this more often.
Yeah. I'm going to use +1 effect.
I would say this is desperate, limited, increased to standard effect. Attune roll.
I rolled a 6.
So you wrap a giant metal turtle shell around you as you guys start pushing through, and the laser blasts of the station guards are just bouncing off, just a pew 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 pew, as you guys are totally shielded and able to push forward, advancing closer and closer to the research facility.
It's like nothing could go wrong. It's almost like we're just like immune to any problems, pretty much.
Okay, ignoring the fact that that's definitely jinxing us, Captain, we literally started this on a bad foot, so let's not maybe overstate our position.
All right. Well, I'm just saying. I feel invincible.
As you guys get closer, like the enemy guards are continuing to fall back. They can't take you down. So they have no choice but to move back, retreating further and further away from you as they try to continue fighting. But in doing so, they have basically left the front door of this research facility completely unguarded.
All right. Well, we know where we're heading.
Ooh, let's go that way.
We proceed with haste but caution.
Well, you proceed with haste but caution to the front door, which is obviously locked. You see that there is a key card reader at the front door.
How good a door?
Pretty good, man. This is
a
super heavily guarded place. But you are in a well-defended position now. Gorpheus, you're able to use that turtle shell to be more of a barricade for you, to protect yourselves from the enemy fire. What do you guys do?
Cypher, you think you can hack this open?
Hack is my middle name, except when it's race. But right now, it's hack.
My position is super controlled right now.
It's super desperate right now. And give me a
Desperately risky?
Extreme effect.
give me a desperate standard hack roll.
You got a devil's bargain for me?
Yes, I do have a devil's bargain for you. This will trip some sort of alarm as you hack into it, whether you're successful or not. I will tick off 2 segments of the suspicion clock.
How many is it total? 6?
It's 6 total. It's currently at 2.
Yeah, let's do it. 6.
God damn it.
Wow.
The door opens wide. There's no consequence besides the alarm going off. You walk into the freaking research facility, and we'll pick up from there next time.
Wow.
Scary.
Thank you for listening to Escape the Dungeon. Escape the Dungeon is created by Dom Brass, Nate Brass, Zach Brass, and Mike Cripps, with editing and original music by Tyler Neal. If you enjoyed this show, please consider subscribing and leaving a 5-star review on your favorite podcast app. To find us on social media, go to escapethedungeonpod.com.